We're going outside. Let's go.
Are you touching me?
Yes. Everyone's asked you to leave. Let's go.
I'm not arresting you now.
Hey.
Now you're under arrest.
Please stop. Please, I will do anything.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
I would take like little by little and never take huge amounts like this.
You think that much money's gonna go missing and nobody's gonna notice?
Karens are some of the most exasperating individuals, believing they're above the law and expecting everyone to follow their rules. But what happens when these Karens misuse their authority at work and end up getting arrested on the job? In today's video, we're going to witness 3 of the most disturbing arrests while they're at work. Let's start with this woman who gets drunk at work and refuses to leave. On February 20th, 2023, 2 officers were called to a car dealership about a severely intoxicated employee. She had arrived at work on time and sober, but as the day progressed, both employees and customers noticed her becoming increasingly drunk. After verifying her condition, they found out that the company had subsequently fired her, but she refused to leave, complicating the situation.
She was on the phone, and one of my other employees downstairs heard the person that she was on the phone. Need to stop drinking while on the job. Okay. So we just terminated her like probably 10 minutes before I called you guys. And she's refusing to leave.
Okay. So you her direct supervisor?
Yeah, I'm the manager.
When the officers arrived, a staff member briefed them about the situation. One employee overheard her on the phone being told to stop drinking on the job. The company had terminated her about 10 minutes prior, but she was refusing to leave. The manager, her direct supervisor, confirmed this.
Hi ma'am, how are you?
Hi.
You doing okay?
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
I am Officer Cafroni from Police.
Hi, how may I help you?
No, how may I help you? What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Figure what out? What's your name is?
Nylene.
Nailene?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any idea why I'm here?
No clue. Just,
Would you like to know what I'm here for? Well, I know what I'm here for. That might be your problem, actually. That might be a business of yours.
Later, the officers confronted the drunk woman. They greeted her and introduced themselves as from the police department. They asked for her ID, but she claimed ownership of the business and offered to provide her lawyer's information.
So, what's your title here?
I'm the owner.
Oh, okay. What's her title here?
She's a BDC. She works in the business.
yeah, I'm
development
also
center.
in law school if you want to take down my lawyer's information.
Well, I don't want to talk to you just yet. You just ignore me.
Yeah, okay.
So she was
I want
administrator
your first
type of
and
thing?
last name with my...
Yeah, that's her desk.
Oh, okay. So I want your ID number with your first and last name, so I can
You're
talk
gonna-
to my
you-
lawyer.
you're gonna get it?
Yes, because I'm in law school.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm a paralegal by profession. I got a
Oh
paralegal
yeah.
degree.
I'm 21 and I did paralegal like what, a year ago. Okay. So what's your first and last name?
Officer Cafroni from Police.
First name.
C-A-F-F.
C-A. What's your whole bar number? Your entire bar number?
Bar number? I don't have a bar number. You just got a badge number.
So you said that you went to law school and you don't have a bar number? That's tough. Okay, so let me just call my mom and let me just have her. You obviously are professional.
She mentioned her background in law, but couldn't provide a bar number when asked.
That's tough.
I mean, so it's my understanding they're terminating your employment here at the Chevrolet?
Well, what's confirmed is that I need to have someone pick me up. So why are you making it like, oh, cuando mi mamá me dice que va a venir?
My partner doesn't speak Spanish. Okay?
Your partner doesn't speak Spanish,
No.
correct? So that means that I had to physically speak.
Did you guys officially ask her to leave the property?
Yes, we did. And then her mom was on the phone after I
Yeah,
told
my
her
mom
to
said that
leave.
she was on the way.
Her mom said she's not coming to pick
Look,
her
let her
up.
know.
No, let me put my mom on speaker.
You need to leave the dealership now, please.
The officers informed the woman that she was terminated from her job at the Chevrolet dealership. They asked her to leave the premises, but she insisted on calling her mom for a ride.
Okay, so ma'am, so the phone
You can hang up the phone too.
Okay, so I asked my mom to come on the way.
Your mother told me she's not picking you up.
So what's my mom's name?
I don't know. She was on the phone.
Okay, so that means
She
that
doesn't speak very good English.
okay, so that means that you don't know my mom's name. So that means I have to get my mom on
But
the
I just
phone.
asked you to leave. No, I
Okay,
don't believe
it's
so.
time to go.
She drives, but I
We're
believe
telling you need to leave. You're gonna be
So
trespassed.
I can't call my mom and ask her.
You
to
don't.
pick
They
me
don't
up?
want you to use their phones, okay?
So I can't ask my mom to come pick me up.
Her mum indicated she wasn't coming to pick her up, which led to the officers reiterating that she needed to depart immediately or face trespassing charges. The mother's refusal to pick her up suggests this might not be the woman's first incident of this kind.
Hi, Mom. So tengo la policía aquí diciendo que yo necesito irme de los premises, que yo necesito alguien que me recoja, porque hay una gringa aquí fea, tú sabes, ya de pinga, like vieja aquí. So necesito un Uber o voy a tener la policía.
The officers repeatedly asked her to leave, but she resisted and insisted on staying inside.
All right, we're gonna go outside. What's her name?
No, eso es lo que va a pasar ahora mismo.
What is it? What's your first name?
Entonces.
Okay, I've had enough. We're going outside. We're
Are
going
you
outside.
touching me?
Let's go outside. We've asked you to leave. Let's go.
Grab your purse.
We're going outside. Let's go.
Are you touching me?
Yes, everyone's asked you to leave. Let's go.
Eventually, they had to physically escort her out, and she became agitated, claiming they shouldn't touch her.
Time to go outside.
I will pick myself up, but don't touch me.
Okay, let's go outside.
Okay,
We've
let me
asked you
grab
to
my
leave.
purse. Let me grab my purse, but do not touch me. Okay.
Outside.
But my lip gloss.
Bro.
Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We've
guys?
asked you to leave.
I
It's
don't
time
give
to
a
go.
fuck.
That's okay. All right.
Check
all
out
right,
my mouth.
All right. Put your hands behind your back. We're
No.
not doing this. We're not doing this.
No, this isn't resisting.
This is resisting.
This is not
Stop
resisting.
resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm literally
So-
innocent. I'm innocent.
It should have been super simple, and you could have just left.
Lock it real
Look
quick.
at my stuff. Look at my phone.
Hey, what are you doing? What
my
are you doing?
Purse, my
No.
stuff. My purse. That's my purse. That's my phone.
Drinking a lot today. I know what you were drinking, my dear. Pretty strong.
She protested as they tried to secure her belongings, asserting her innocence despite her intoxicated state being apparent to the officers. How drunk do you have to be to not want to leave work? Definitely Employee of the Month material. This sober woman continued to threaten legal action against the company, claiming she would sue them. Despite the officers' attempts to reason with her, she remained defiant.
You know what, you guys, this whole company's gonna be sued by my law. Bro, this whole company's gonna be sued. Come on, take me out, bitch! Take me out, bitch! This whole place is gonna be sued. Fuck this.
Stop moving around.
I don't give a fuck! What? I'm in law school! I have a clean record!
Okay, but like we said, you could have just left.
I wanted to leave! I tried to leave! They wouldn't let me!
They informed her she was being arrested for trespassing, but she insisted on her innocence and threatened repercussions for the company. She was then charged with disturbing the peace, trespassing, and resisting without violence. Under Florida law, the woman may face several penalties for the charges brought against her. First, for disturbing the peace, which is covered under Chapter 877 of the Florida statutes. She could be looking at a second-degree misdemeanor. This offense carries potential consequences of up to 60 days in jail and a fine that could amount to $500. Secondly, for trespassing, detailed under Chapter 810 of the Florida statutes, particularly if it involved entering a structure or conveyance without authorization, she could be charged with a first-degree misdemeanor. The penalties for this could mean up to 1 year in jail or 12 months of probation, along with a fine of up to $1,000. Thirdly, she faces charges of resisting arrest without violence, also categorized as a first-degree misdemeanor, addressed under Chapter 843 of the Florida statutes. This charge could result in similar penalties of up to 1 year in jail or 12 months of probation and a fine of up to $1,000. These consequences are contingent on the specifics of her case and any previous criminal history she may have. These penalties reflect the severity under Florida law for such offenses, designed to maintain public order and ensure compliance with lawful commands by law enforcement. Seems like this Karen is in trouble now. However, this is not the only case where a Karen is arrested while they're at work. Just wait until you see this next case. On May 8, 2022 in Illinois, a woman named Mai-Hee Lucia Cho visited the police station to report harassment by a man. What initially appeared to be a straightforward case took a chaotic turn when she began pushing the police officers and demanded to be arrested. The interaction began with Miss Troy attempting to file a police report, but was informed they weren't accepting more reports from her. Despite this, she insisted on her right to file as a civilian.
Miss Troy, what are you trying to report?
I am trying to report that I have T-Mobile phone records.
You don't.
Okay, is this like some alternate reality where I have an email that you can't see?
What are your phone records?
So this is the number listed for Mr. Ingram. He claims that I sent texts.
We're done. We're not reopening this case. We are not investigating.
There is no case because I haven't filed one yet.
I'm not taking a report.
Okay, I'm going to stand here till you let me file a case because as a civilian, I have the right to do so.
If you want to stay in our lobby, you can, but if you're disruptive, you will be arrested.
Okay, let's put me under arrest.
I'm not arresting you now. I'm not arresting you now.
When discussing phone records, tensions escalated as officers refused to reopen her case. Miss Troy's persistence led to her arrest for disruptive behavior, which included resisting arrest and assaulting a police officer.
Okay, hey,
Don't stop. Stop.
Okay, enough.
We're under arrest for battery of police officer.
Okay, can I put this in front because I have a back issue?
No.
I have a back issue.
You are under. Stop resisting.
I have a back issue. Okay. It's brain disease. I can't.
She cited health issues during the arrest process, requesting understanding before being escorted away from the lobby. Miss Troy insisted on having her handcuffs placed in front and resisted arrest, claiming she shoved the officer because she felt her rights were violated.
You want to do it in the front?
Yeah, she.
Okay.
Make her call.
We'll handcuff you in the front.
You don't have to arrest me.
Okay.
You're under arrest. You battered me. You're under arrest.
No, I shoved you because you weren't giving me the right to file a police
We're
report.
also going to call the paramedics to have you checked out. Stop resisting.
I would like-
I will put you in handcuffs behind your back.
We're trying to be.
We're trying to be polite to you.
I'll remain quiet.
You are getting handcuffed.
Not be handcuffed.
No. You're under arrest. Guys, just let her.
Ultimate racism.
Do it now.
I'm sorry, I don't understand English. Could you get me a translator, please? I don't want to be raped.
You're not being raped.
You're all recorded, okay?
Let's just right here.
File my police report. What is the definition of battery, please? Please stop!
Officers tried to calm the situation and called for paramedics due to her health concerns. Miss Troy accused them of racism and asked for a translator while continuing to resist arrest and plead for understanding.
Please stop.
Okay, stop resisting and give me your arm.
Please stop. Please stop. I understand. You can just shoot me now. Just shoot me now. Please, I understand.
Now
I understand.
Just
I'm not gonna.
Relax.
I'll go into. I'm sorry. I'll go home. My dad has an issue. I just want to go home. I don't want to be in.
Okay, we got the paramedics coming. So we're gonna wait for that.
Yeah.
So can someone explain to me why I can't file my police report?
I would say no.
No one can explain that to me, but I'm filed for arrest for battery.
Ma'am, stop with the legs.
What am I doing with my legs?
You're kicking me again.
I'm kicking you?
Despite her pleas, she was charged with battery of a police officer and obstructing justice, drawing attention due to her persistent resistance and emotional outbursts.
If you're trying to lift up your legs.
No, I wasn't.
Don't do it.
I'm not doing anything. So you're just lying for the police videos now? You're saying I'm doing things when I'm not moving? Maybe it's like my calf muscle that was like spasming. I came in here to file a police report because I feel in danger of someone that's been harassing me for the past year. They refused to file police reports. Commander Adante has instigated. He's hung up the phone on me, laughed at me. So I gave him a shove, a slight shove.
Miss Troy insisted on filing a police report despite being told they weren't accepting anymore.
I don't want anyone. I'll go home if I'm not.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Hi. It's the fire department.
Hi.
What's going on today?
I came in here to file a police report.
Right there.
So talk to me. What's going on?
So I came in here to file a police report.
Okay.
It's an ongoing thing. Someone's filed a false police report against me. I've been harassed by this person.
Okay.
I have evidence that they've committed a crime against me.
Okay.
No one in here so far has been able to file a police report. That's all I came in here to do today.
Okay.
And I said, I do with my hometown station, but because it's not under jurisdiction, they can't do anything about it, so I have to work with Mount Prospect Police.
Okay.
So I spoke to the front desk. They said they were going to call an officer, and of course it's Commander Dante. They've played a lot of tricks on me. I called the front desk. They immediately transferred me over only to Commander Dante's voicemail.
She claimed Commander Adante had ignored her calls and laughed at her, which led to her shoving him and subsequently being arrested. Paramedics were called due to her health concerns, and she expressed frustration at not being able to file her report.
I mean, I have a chronic back issue, but...
Have you ever any thoughts of harming yourself or harming others?
No.
No? Okay. Do you know where you're at right now?
I'm at Mount Prospect Police Station.
What day of the week is it?
Friday.
What month?
August.
And who's the president?
Biden.
Okay.
For battery, I'm not sure what that is, but he was coming towards me and I shoved him
Against
back.
the commander?
Yes, correct. Yep. So if there's video of that, I guess I can.
Well, I'm just concerned about your health. That's what I'm
I
here
feel
for.
fine.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like dry mouth right now.
Sure. You're a little worked up. To harm yourself or anything.
I don't want to go with a paramedic.
It doesn't seem like there's any reason you have to go to the hospital. It sounds like you are under arrest. That's has nothing to do with me, unfortunately. So I just got to get some information from you.
Sure, what's your name?
What's my name? My name's Matt.
Miss Troy recounted feeling harassed and voiced her issues with the police station's handling of her case, emphasizing her desire to resolve the matter. Despite her emotional outbursts, she clarified she had no intentions of self-harm and cooperated with medical checks.
My first name is M as in Mary, I-H-E-E.
Ma'am, do you mind if I check your vitals while he's talking?
And what's your date of birth?
Is that right?
I have to get a refusal. So we got called out.
Okay, 122387.
12/23/87.
As long as I'm not charged for it.
No, this is a refusal saying you don't want to go to the hospital.
Miss Troy continued to assert her right to file a police report, insisting despite being told otherwise. She expressed frustration over not being taken seriously and recounted her interactions with Commander Adante, whom she accused of dismissing her concerns.
Well, the only thing I would need is if we can just use your phone to give me that address. And then,
Just wait.
we just need the address from it's her sister's address.
I'm pulling out your driver's license.
Oh, I don't live there currently, so it's refusal for the paramedics.
Yeah, it's just on our end, just the medical paperwork. We need a current address, if that's possible. If it's not...
Well, listen, Meaty, we're not going to let you use your phone right now.
Okay, I'll just give,
Yeah, it's not a big deal. We could admit it.
So what about the address on your license? That's where you're registered with the Secretary of State.
Paramedics were called to assess her health, but she refused further medical attention. During the interaction, she resisted giving out personal information and expressed confusion about her rights and the process.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give that address.
Hey, guys.
I refuse to give an address, and he said that's okay. Napoleon, please put that down. Well, thank you for taking away more of my rights, I guess. He just said that they don't need an address, so I don't understand why he's... I get that.
Your property can be gone through because now you're under arrest, so we can search your property and send to arrest and your person right now because we can't have it.
You've already done so, I mean...
So they're going to get your address for their paperwork.
And you definitely don't want to go to the hospital and...
I mean, if it's between going to the hospital and being in one of their holding cells, I'd prefer the hospital, I guess.
So tell
I'm
someone
confused
else.
about my rights. Am I able to call, like, a lawyer? Because
I'm just
what you're telling me is I don't have any property. They're going to search my property, but I can go to the hospital.
Despite her agitation, she mentioned ongoing stress and previous therapy sessions. Ultimately, she declined hospitalization, opting to address her issues outside of law enforcement custody.
Is that true? And they're so. Are they agreeing to what you're saying, that I can just go to the hospital and then what happens after that?
I just want to get you help at the hospital to tell anyone what's going on.
I can go to the hospital with you, but you'd be talking to staff there.
Okay, I just want to know why I can't file a police report. Is it because of something about my personality, or
No.
I know as someone that studied pharmacology, I know all the effects of different psychotropic drugs, serotonin, norepinephrine. I know that as someone with a back issue.
I'm just going to know if any drugs or alcohol on board right now or no.
No.
Mahi filed a lawsuit against 2 Mount Prospect officers, alleging they violated her rights on more than one occasion in the past 2 years. This woman was not charged for any crimes. This is still not the last case where insane Karen is arrested. This last case is surely going to blow your mind, where an employee arrested for stealing $25,000 to purchase a Gucci purse and new car. On June 6, 2021, an upset business owner called 911 to report a grand theft incident at her store. An audit revealed that more than $25,000 had inexplicably gone missing. Initially, she was unsure of the thief's identity, but suspicions later fell on an employee who began making extravagant purchases, including new cars and weekly Gucci bags.
There should be 12 $100 bills in there total between the two, and now there's only one $100 bill. Sorry, I'm a nervous wreck.
26.
I never thought this would happen. It's okay.
And you got your initials you said on those dollar bills?
That's like we have the bank numbers. Plus we have the serial numbers of the other $700 bills.
Okay.
So, alright. How do we do this? Do I just go in and just
how does she look?
Taking matters into her own hands, the owner set up a sting operation by marking bills with a unique letter before police arrived, aiming to verify if the money was taken from her register.
I'm stamped too.
Okay, you got that on video? Or do you?
I just have me on video, but not her on video doing it. But I have the time that she went overtime on.
Yeah, of course. What's your phone number? 917?
When officers arrived, they approached the suspect and informed her they were responding to a theft accusation at the store. After reading her rights, they asked if she understood. She seemed nervous, but acknowledged understanding.
I'll check if them at you today.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Casper Police Department.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm here today is because we got a call in reference to something. I was wondering if we could talk to you for a second. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Is there somewhere we can talk to her?
If you want to privately, you can just go in the back.
Yeah, you go ahead and show us.
So first question is, can you guess why we're here?
I was accused of stealing money at a party. That was it.
Alright, I'm just going to read this out to you, alright? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop questioning at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I just read you?
Initially, she denied involvement, claiming innocence. She mentioned financial troubles recently, hinting it might relate to the accusation. She brought up an unrelated party incident where she faced false accusations.
All I was doing was trying to look for a tampon. I thought I started my period, and I had moved this girl's bag. I only paid her back because I didn't want anything to happen. I didn't want it to be put on me because I'm not that kind of person. And the way she was talking to me, like it felt like it was going to be... No, it was a girl at the party that I guess she had messaged me. And she said, like, I saw you, the one doing that. I didn't get to know her. I have it on my phone. I can show it to you. I think it started with an A. But she said, like, either way, I'm going to, like, put legal.
Okay, and where was this party?
It was at, like, a New Year's event center in Lake Mary.
Officers listened, but steered back to the theft accusation. They explained evidence pointed to her as the only person present during the missing money incident, marked and tracked.
We appreciate it, but that's not necessarily why we're here today. We're here because you're being accused of theft. However, the theft is not in regards to that part. It's in regards to something that's happened here today.
Okay.
So, you have a manager, advised us that, well, not manager, you have one of your other coworkers advised us that they left a certain amount of dollars, very identifying marks on that. And you were the only person in the store.
Okay.
Despite her protests and explanations, officers stayed focused on the theft case, urging her to share any pertinent information.
She also has the receipts of the opening of when the drawer was opened, what exact time.
Okay.
Where we're at right now is, I can't promise you anything, but for me, and I'm sure also for her, same thing, honesty is the best policy, okay? So, could you tell us anything about that?
I did do it. I'm having some issues.
This young woman admitted to recent financial struggles, including buying a new car and being out of work. She confessed to taking small amounts of money before, but insisted it was nothing major.
With money right now, I just bought off a new car, so I haven't been working lately. I will admit to that, so.
Was it just today, or has it been in the past?
It was today, and then I've done it in the past before, but never large amounts.
How much would you say?
Probably
That's all you want to the back.
300 maybe was the most beforehand. It's in my bag.
Okay, can I go through that bag?
Yes, sir.
She voluntarily handed over cash from her bag, acknowledging it was possibly from the incident. Officers noted her cooperation and explained they needed to proceed with their investigation, promising to return after consulting with the manager.
I have serial numbers of the others. I gotta get the serial numbers.
Well, the J's I know are winners.
There's one J, there's my J's.
There's another J here. This is the only J, but I'll get you the serial number.
That's a J.
That's mine.
Like I said, for me, honesty is the best policy. Only thing I can do, have you ever been arrested?
No, sir.
So with situations that have happened, especially with things like theft, okay? So like I said, it's not for us to sit up there and be like, hey, you did this, to come in and hammer you about anything like that. And I'll be honest. And I have to tell you, at this moment, you're being placed in investigative detention. I'm not gonna put you in cuffs or nothing like that right now. We'll get to that later, okay?
They informed her she was under investigative detention for the time being, without handcuffs. The young woman's boss calmly questioned her about the money found in her possession, specifically the 5 singles she had. The boss expressed disappointment, noting that there was documentation related to insurance that could have clarified the situation earlier.
Belong to you?
The $5 that was given to me from her.
I have her money for coffee, the 5 singles.
Oh, yes?
Yes, I do. Because I added it up. It's $1,000 that's been going on. You're breaking my freaking heart. I have the documentation in my car. I wasn't prepared to turn it over because I was trying to rule it out, but I'll show you what I was preparing for my insurance company.
Let's see that.
It's well over. She has here. I was hoping she would show it all, what you took this morning, and you didn't.
Despite initial reluctance to show this documentation, the young woman acknowledged that the money was indeed from the business. The officers confirmed that the money matched the reported missing amount from the business. As tensions eased, the boss returned the young woman's keys to her purse, suggesting a momentary pause in the tense atmosphere.
I called them unnecessary.
Let me see that on paper.
You can just look at all of it. You can have it.
And that $22,000 doesn't calculate the 30.
No, because I didn't know if it was going to. I actually came in because I was planning on just interviewing her.
Right.
She was not originally who I thought it was going to be. I was very shocked. I got it down to I ruled out everybody but her and another girl. Yeah. And I actually just thought it was the other girl, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. But now looking at all this evidence and the time clocks when she was here, it all lines up. It makes sense. How much was your purse? How much was your car? How much do you think? I want to hear what you think.
The supervisor narrowed down the theft to the young woman and another colleague after reviewing evidence like time clock records. They discussed the seriousness of the missing $22,000 this year and planned to continue the conversation in private. The accused person received a 1-year probation sentence and was ordered to reimburse $20,000. All right, fellas, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and educational contents in the future. Thanks for your support.